Testing Ford Sync Bluetooth in a 2012 Ford Escape. Ford Sync is a Bluetooth system that comes standard with many Ford models. The system allows users to pair their devices in order to listen to music and make phone calls. Because sync is a feature in a vehicle, it is important that the system is user-friendly and intuitive, so as to minimize distractions on the road. This test aims to pinpoint known problems with the system, mainly with the discoverability of the system, and make recommendations based on the findings. The Ford Sync system has several known discoverability problems that the test will cover. Menu options on the display are unclear. For instance, the media settings menu should lead to pairing options. However, this is not the case. This is instead found in the system settings. Some menu options are too similar. As just mentioned, media and system settings are confusing and are not different enough to make choosing between the two of them easy. Many steps to get to the main function. Listening to music is the main function of the sync system, so pairing a device should be quick and easily accessible. This is not the case, though, as there are many steps to go through before being able to pair. These problems make finding the desired option a time-consuming task, the steps of which are difficult to memorize. This means that repeating the task successfully on the first try is not easy. Updates to the system are needed for several reasons. Having high-quality products is good for a brand. In a competitive market where entertainment systems are standard, in most vehicles, a car with lackluster entertainment system may not be chosen if the option of a car with a better system is available. It is also important to have a well-working entertainment system for the sake of road safety. This test covered pairing a new device to Ford Sync. Pairing a new device is one of the two main functions of the system, the other being syncing. Pairing a new device is a lengthy process, so is it possible to streamline it? The goal of this test is to identify problem areas. These can be already known or can show up during testing. The test will also identify successful design. Using this knowledge, I will be able to create solutions to the problems. Participants will be successful once their device is connected to Ford Sync. This will be signaled by the system displaying a message that states, "Device connected." This is when the test ends. At the beginning of the test, the participant will get into the car, which is turned off. This ensures that the display is in its default position. Once the car is turned on, once the participant turns the car on, they will then attempt to pair their device without any instruction. Once they are successful, they will be instructed to turn the car off. A timer will run from the time the car is turned on to the time the device is connected. In order to measure how easy the system is to use, I will time the length of the task as well as keep track of how many errors the participants make. Participant 1 took 1 minute 57 seconds to complete the test and made 4 errors. The participant did not realize the system would not automatically connect, as she is used to an automatic connection in her car, which is not a Ford. The participant was not sure which buttons to press, so she tested various buttons until finding the menu button, which is the correct button. From there, she cycled through multiple menu options, eventually pairing her phone. She initially chose the media settings menu and then chose the system settings menu, which is the correct one. Once successful, the system asked if the phone should be the primary option. There was no way to say no, so she turned off the car to avoid the question. Participant 2 took 3 minutes 32 seconds and made 10 errors. Though he found the menu button easily, he had difficulty finding the OK button. He also struggled with the media settings menu versus the system settings menu. This took him a few minutes to figure out. Once pairing, his phone received an error message stating the sync was unsuccessful. From there, he started over. He also had the same primary phone setting option, difficulty, which had no clear way to say no. Participant 3 took 2 minutes 47 seconds and made 1 error. While this participant found the correct menus fairly easily, Sync took nearly 1 minute to appear on his phone as a Bluetooth option. He also struggled with the media and system settings menus, as well as the primary phone option. These are the severity ratings for the Sync system. No automatic pairing receives a 4, as this is not always a standard option in many vehicles. Menu button hard to find, received a 2. This is the first step and should be more obvious. Sync takes a while to appear, received a 2. This only happened on one phone, but it should come up more often quickly. Unsuccessful connection, received a 2. The sync had to be redone because of this. No clear yes or no option for setting as a primary phone, received a 1. This forces the user to close out completely. Confusing layout, receives a 1. This makes it difficult to use and even dangerous in some situations. Confusion between media settings and system settings, receives a 2. Every user had difficulties here and it should be more clear. My recommendation is to add a button dedicated to Bluetooth. This button would display the Bluetooth symbols signifying that it is the correct button to be pushed. Once in the Bluetooth menu, the layout would be much easier to follow. 3 options could be scrolled between: connect a Bluetooth device, add a Bluetooth device, and delete a Bluetooth device. This solves several problems. There would be no more confusion between the media and system settings menus. It also gets rid of the need for the menu button and allows the menu button to cover other tasks like sound settings, bass, treble, speakers, etc. Streamlining the layout, and it also makes selecting primary devices more clear. You can follow the flow chart to see how the menu would work. This fix does not cover the connection issues previously mentioned, as those are programming issues that have been fixed in recent makes and models. Bluetooth has come far in 7 years, and new devices are more user-friendly in that aspect. Thank you for listening. I hope this test was helpful in uncovering and solving problems.